Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lynn of Jessica Lynn Original Studios, and today I thought it'd be really fun to go back in time to around 1994. I absolutely love Las Vegas, and when I was a kid we used to do the Vegas slash Disney thing where we'd go, you know, my parents thought it was a great idea to take kids to Vegas. Yeah, there I am with the dark brown hair. But, yeah, it really, I mean, it was fun. But a lot of these amazing moments in time are all gone now. And I thought it would be so much fun to pull out some of my old videos and share that with you. I mean, I remember going to the Aladdin, which is now, oh, it's where Brittany did hers. The original MGM Lion. You know, we had Treasure Island. Oh my gosh. So this video, I was sophomore in high school, so I was, what, 16 maybe, and I thought it was so much fun. We walked up and down the strip to take pictures and videos of everything, and I'll be really glad. I mean, it's so cool that I did, because now so much has changed, you know, and now knowing that on the horizon the Mirage is going to be going away and other stuff, like, that's crazy to me. At this time they also had an adventure park at MGM. It was a full theme park, and it was absolutely amazing. The theme of the hotel at the time was Wizard of Oz. So this is the buffet, which is crazy because I can still remember the carpet, the look, everything looked like Oz. So if you can imagine the Wizard of Oz everywhere. I mean, there was even in the center of the place an area where they had Dorothy, and you walk through this whole circle thing, and they had animatronics. And now I think they have a band there, and they always have tons of slot machines and stuff, but they really were theming Vegas out to be a place that you could bring your kids. Although it was very odd, because I remember at that time always getting yelled at, "Get out of the casino, get out of the casino," and it was like, well, then don't make it appeasing to the kids. Now, one of the things that does make me sad every time I go to Vegas and I'm at MGM, I always see this wall, and this was it looked hand-painted. But it was beautiful. It was the most beautiful, like, mural, and it was supposed to be like, you know, when they're on their way to Oz, you can see Oz is way in the distance, and it was so beautiful. And the buffet, I remember it being pretty good. You know, I don't remember it being great, but it was pretty good. And it was funny because whenever people had kids, they always kind of used to put them way in the back. So that's where we were, which was fine, but it was awesome because we got to see, like, all of the beautiful murals, which, again, you know, as an artist, you know, to me, it was so pretty and so visually stunning. Like, it was just gorgeous. Now, this is that part I'm talking about in the middle. You can see right there, see where we've got the whole Wizard of Oz with the animatronics. I mean, it was like Disney World. And the cool part is on the back side of this, you could actually walk all the way up and around and see movie scenes. And then up on the ceiling, there was a dome. And you can see there's, like, Dorothy's house. But up on the top of the dome, they would actually do this Wicked Witch thing. And they'd be like, "The Wicked Witch is coming." And then she'd do the "Surrender, Dorothy" up on the top. And you can see there was the rainbow into the, like, all the table games. And it used to say Oz, which was so cool. Like, I still see, because they left that design, but they changed the color. And whenever I see that design, I always think, oh, man, you know, like, I wish it still had the rainbow, because it was so beautiful. So you can see we're looking up above the Wizard of Oz, and there was where it would say "Surrender, Dorothy." It would look like a Twister was coming. It was very much like when Caesar's Palace and Treasure Island and Excalibur did all of their fun shows. This is just an indoor version that was meant to pull you into the casino and give you some entertainment for a little bit. And I always thought this was so cool because the animatronics actually talked. They said stuff from the movies. And this was, you know, when they were scared because they do believe in, you know, they do believe, you know, it was so cool. And this is what I'm talking about with the table games. This was on your way toward the back of the casino. And it was like a rainbow above. And it's so funny because if you watch the Griswolds Vegas Vacation, the carpet was still the old Wizard of Oz carpet. And so every time I watch that movie, I sort of get nostalgic, like, oh, I remember that carpet. And I would have taken that jackpot. I'd take that jackpot now, right? Too fun. Oh, so fun to look at like old Vegas. I mean, again, I apologize for the quality. I mean, this at the time was top notch. So it's really amazing even just to look at technology. Now, this was at MGM in the back by where you used to check in. It was the MGM Lion. And it was so funny because when we were there, he had lost his roar. And so somebody said, oh no, he's got laryngitis. But he was so cool. Now, this is the back area where all the restaurants are at MGM. And if you follow this up and around toward the back, now there's this huge pool and a bunch of other stuff. But back in the day, there was actually a full theme park for your kids. So let's take a walk through. You can see all the beautiful restaurants, tons of neon. This is like their food court area. So like there's McDonald's and other things. And it was so funny because my stepdad was very adamant about filming as much of this as possible. And it makes me smile because now obviously years later, you know, that's what I do as well. So there we are, just hanging out by the Big Burger. Waiting for my stepdad to finish filming. But let's take a walk and I'm going to show you more of this really fun back area that looks so different now. Like, I would love if someone would message me with video from what it is now. Because I'd love to put them back to back and just see how different they are now. I mean, I've been there and I know it's different, but it'd be fun to put, obviously, a video, you know, half split screen or something. So we're going to take a walk back, and on this walk you can see there's McDonald's back there. There's still part of that food court, and we are on our way to the adventure park. And I do remember it was so much fun because, like, if parents wanted to leave their kids there, they could. And so we would get wristbands and your parents had to check you in and out. So I guess that was safer. I don't know. As a parent now, I wouldn't do it. But they had all kinds of games. And I want to say they had like, gosh, like 10, I think, like theme park rides. So like they had like a water log ride. They had a couple other pieces. And again, I'm pulling this from old videos, so I apologize for some little stop and starts. It's just part of the fun of vintage videos, right? Now, the MGM Theme Adventure Park was just so much fun. They had a huge pirate show, which it was so funny because it was our favorite. Now, I was 16 and my sister was, I think, like 10 or 11. But here's that amazing theme park. This was the entrance. And they had this really fun pirate show. Oh my goodness. My sister and I thought that the guys were so cute. Because, you know, we were kids. And so we actually went and saw the show like 3 or 4 times. Because I think they ran it probably like 8 times. And this is the show. This footage I actually got from Samuel Terry 1313. So be sure to visit his channel for all the park adventures. But amazing. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, it was so much fun. And people see this and they're like, isn't that Treasure Island? It's not. This was actually at the theme park at MGM Studios. And they performed a whole pirate show. And I just remember there were a couple of guys that when they took their shirts off, wow, right? 16-year-old, they were, yeah. So it was a tons of fun. I mean, and obviously it was Vegas, so it was kind of cheeky anyway. Like, even the girls wore very skimpy clothes and whatever. But they also had like a raging river ride. They also had like you got to be on stage. They had a movie ride. So it was really like they were trying to be kind of a really family-centric location. And it's so cool to see this because when I see it, it's like, oh my goodness, you know, my childhood is back. So this is the Tropicana, and I've heard that this hotel is going away as well, so we'll find out. But this was where my parents loved to stay. It was right on the Strip, obviously right across from Excalibur. During one of our vacations when we were there, we actually got to watch them put the Statue of Liberty together for the first time. So when we arrived, I want to say like on a random Tuesday or something, she wasn't there, and then the next day she had feet and legs and neck and head, and we watched them complete that, which was so cool. And Tropicana, we liked it because my parents got amazing comps there, and so we were able to stay. My parents like to play on that side of the Strip, and so we were able to stay there. And you can see, look at, now how weird is this? That's the Luxor, and you see behind the Luxor, that's a hotel called the Hacienda. Totally gone. Mandalay Bay is there now. The extended Luxor is there as well. But look at how weird it looks to see nothing beyond the pyramid. Like, that's just, to me, is such a weird... You know, after being there so many times with, like, Mandalay Bay and other things, it's just so weird to see, you know, nothing else there. Down the Strip just a little bit, Flamingo... There's the Barbary Coast, I believe that was called. I think that's the hotel. Yep, Barbary Coast. I think that's where there's talk that one of the country singers is going to be buying that to build a hotel there. There's the original Bally's. So if you loved, oh, what's the movie? Nicolas Cage, Sarah Jessica Parker, where he jumps out of an airplane. Look at, that's the original Bally's entrance. Not all those restaurants, not all those weird little shops. It's just so weird to see, you know, how simplistic this all was, and how kind of it's turned almost into like a little mall. Like, if that makes any sense, I don't know. But it's so much fun to pull these videos out. So there's the original Bally's marquee. Look at that. Do you see Paris Hotel at all? Nope. You see the old Aladdin down there, which was destroyed as well. Off across the street, there's no Bellagio. Which to me, again, it's like, what? The Bellagio is such a staple. See, there's the old Aladdin. There's MGM. You can see that adventure park. Look at, most of that has all now been changed out. There used to be like a weird Denny's in there. Look at this. From Caesar's Palace, which is where I'm standing, you can see Excalibur. So that means there's no Cosmopolitan and there's no Bellagio, which is just crazy to me. You can see that grassy area, that's where the Bellagio is now. Not to mention, at this time, you would have had to go up. Look, you just have to cross the street and play Frogger. Thank God for those little bridges and stuff. Well, I just want to say thank you again. I know I've uploaded a lot of other videos and other type of content, but right now I'm in the process of changing over my office, so that will be changing soon. But I'd love to hear, what is a memory you have from Vegas, vintage Vegas? Comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, everybody.